So, alright then. Mission number 3 of Operation 4. Now, I will note, however, that before we get into this operation, mission number 3, we're doing a little bit of cleanup, basically, from like that past operation, because, well, mission number 2 was a little bit of a doozy there at the end, wasn't it? I lost both the Masakari and, like, nearly lost a jump-capable Centurion, and both my Mechs got a little bit trashed there as well. Now, I want to note that down here in my red area, you'll see a bunch of damaged Mechs. And the reason I basically have a bunch of damaged Mechs down here is because I basically want to show you guys what basically happens when you're trying to repair these guys, like, in mass, these clan Mechs, because it can get expensive. So, let's repair up, like, the Masakari here, the Mad Cat, and the Cougars basically have, like, ready for you guys, basically the first mission. So, Masakari, repaired. Mad Cat, repaired. Mad Cat, repaired. Cougars, repaired. Other Cougar, repaired. That's a lot of resource points basically spending on repairing mechs, by the way. And it just goes to show that as you go along this game, it'll get expensive to basically repair these guys up. Now, in putting these guys basically in their force groups over here, I want to note something else as well. Note that I basically have 80 tons basically left over here for another mech. And I was thinking that, we've gone through, like, quite a few missions and operations at this point, but in not a single one have I basically used the awesome. This mech right here. So, this is basically the second assault mech that basically, you can basically get access to in this game. And it's considerably basically weaker than, like, the, Atlas here, but, I want to show it off at least once, so we're basically going to throw an awesome basically into the mix here, and we'll see how it goes. And oh yes, by the way, your current inventory of mechs and vehicles is 40. Maximum is 50. So it's worth knowing that I'm getting a message here just to let me know that, like, we're starting to get a little bit, like, full of mechs here. I should probably sell some of them back basically to risk, like, or prevent the risk of losing future salvage, because, very important. But yeah, there's my awesome here, by the way. We're just gonna throw him into the mech bay down here. That Masakari out, we're not using him right now. And yeah, we're gonna use basically this awesome basically for, like, the first time. And we'll see how it goes. Now, I'll note that for a lot of these, like, mechs here, you notice that basically they have, like, large pulse lasers and, like, LRM racks, large pulse lasers and then LRM racks, short range pulse lasers and, like, LRM racks, and, like, pulse lasers down here and, like, of course, LRM racks. I will note that for this mission, that we're going to be using, like, a sort of setup that basically, like, emphasizes, like, salvaging mechs if I can, because it's basically going to be 3 vultures in this mission that, I basically want to try and salvage from, so yeah, good luck to me on that, I guess. We'll see how it goes. And before I, like, jump out of here, I'm just going to throw Vixen in here. Now, I'm not, by the way, I like to use, like, veterans basically early on, but right now both, like, Hitman and, like, Goblin are both, like, injured here, so I thought I might just let them, like, sit down for, like, a mission, this mission here. And Vixen, of course, needs a little bit of, like, training basically to get her, like, skills up a little bit more, so I figure why not. Now, I'll note this point, by the way, because I got this warning basically about, like, having too many mechs, I think it's probably a good time to start selling off some of these, like, mechs I'm not using, and there's actually quite a few. So, let's just get to it. First things first, let's sell off the Commandos and, like, the others, because I don't really plan to use these guys anymore in this campaign, so we'll just sell them off and get a little bit of money back. Get these fire stars out of here too. Now, the Cougars I plan to keep because these guys actually are kind of useful. They basically have very high speed as well as, like, moderate structure, so they're going to basically take some hits as well as, like, dish it right back, so to speak, so they're worth keeping around. The Hollander down here, I'll note that this guy is, fairly comparable to a Cougar, except he's basically, like, got, like, 10 more tons. I've already shown him off, like, a couple times already, so we'll sell him off and I'll go, like, a nice little chunk of, like, money back for him. Now, the Hunchbacks. I'll note that we have a bunch of Hunchbacks here, and they can be fun to basically play with, but the thing about these guys is that they're slow. At 18 meters a second, they're like, not a very fast mech, and well, compared to like a Cougar, it basically goes at like 27 miles an hour, which is basically like a third faster, or well, even compared to like this awesome bite I just purchased, for example, this thing goes at 18 meters a second. Hunchbacks are very slow in this game as a thing, and they can be like very vicious, of course, in close combat, like if you find them, but using them yourself isn't really like that great. So I think we're just gonna sell off a whole lot, a whole lot of these like hunchbacks, basically get some money for them. So let's do that right now. And there's some money. And there's some money. Now I want to know, by the way, how much you basically sell these guys off at is really depending on like how like damaged they basically are. So the more damaged like your mech basically is, the like the less you basically get back for it. So basically like this one basically get 5,000 because it's fairly intact. If we try to sell this one back though, yeah, there's not much left of it, so we're not getting much back for it. Anyhow, let's just sell off all these like mechs here. We're down to Centurions down here. I don't think I'll be using Centurions at all, so let's just sell off these like Centurions here. They were fun to use for a little bit, but I think we're done with them for now. We have plenty of catapults down here. I don't really need to have this many though, so we'll sell off the weakened ones over here, I think. And that'll be it for them. We don't need to have this many Dragonite's ears, so let's just sell off like the weakest one over here. And yeah, that's gonna make it a lot easier basically to like get more salvage basically, because we opened up a lot of room basically for like new mechs basically like to fill in here. So hooray! Now, I want to know as well, by the way, that if you look at my components list here, by the way, and also like just drop off like one of these a couple of ERPPCs, I'll note that I'm basically like hurting in a couple of areas, basically for like weapons and such. I don't have like that many pulse lasers left because I basically put all my like mechs here. We don't have a whole lot of what was it, ERPPCs. Yeah, so I'm lacking a little bit in like PPCs and ERPPCs at this point, and I was thinking like after like that Centurion has like in the last mission, the one that like Hitman was piloting has like ERPPC blown off. It might be a good idea to like start replenishing some of these weapons that like I'm constantly losing. So maybe I'll like buy like a few like ERPPCs, maybe some Gauss rifles, just some stuff basically half ramp like later on down the road. So we're just gonna go down here. And there's basically the particle protector cannons. They're about 7,000 to buy, which is not too cheap, but at the same time I got like some money to basically spend, and everyone's been spending it, so we're just gonna buy 5 of these and get them all. We're gonna buy a couple of these like Gauss rifles, because why not? And I'll buy like all the like ERPPCs over here. So there we go. And yeah, there's no advanced sensors to buy, but oh well. I really don't use sensors that much, so I don't really care about it. Alright, well. That was just a little bit of like, showing basically like, stuff basically like you do in this game for like, buying and selling. This is stuff that you have to like to do in like the, the periphery, so to speak. So you do have to sort of like think about doing this sort of thing. Alright, so there's like, Vixen and the Awesome over here. I don't think I get better sensor than that right now about its space, so we'll put sensor basics on it. No problem I'm running out of sensor basics at this point because like we lost like the Masakari and like some like time we lost some other mechs. You will eventually like start to lose like these sensor basics as like you go along, so that's why I'm trying like to save like on some of this stuff here for the most part. Alright, well, these guys are set up. I'm gonna put Vixen over here in this like group for like next mission. And I just want to save it here because I think this mission is one of the finikier ones, so if I can record it in 1600 by 900 then great, but well, we're just gonna save it and then like just make sure it works, so to speak. And there we go. Note that we basically went down like by like almost like a third of our resource points there, so it's expensive sometimes, buying and selling stuff in this game when you actually do it. Alright, I'm just going to cut the recording here and then like, we'll keep going on. Actually, you know what? Before I cut, let's just read this stuff and then we'll cut it. So I can save myself some time, let's like, getting to this point. Alright, so, Federation Commonwealth Linchpin Operation 4, Mission Number 3. I have to capture the clan field base that's located all the way up here. I gotta destroy all the enemy mechs in the area. And there's quite a few of them. We have quite a bit of sensor probes as well as like artillery support again, so I'll be able to basically find out where all the enemy mechs are when we get around to it. And let's just get to it. So briefing. Reconnaissance has located a dormant fortified clan field base in the Cambridge region. Tactical analysis shows that the area will become important in the coming days, and we must ensure that the Jaguars do not retain control of it. Your orders are to lead a force to that base, capture it, and reactivate what remains of it. Both can be achieved by ordering one of your units to capture the main HQ building in the base, as well as the various support buildings. It is likely that the activity has alerted nearby smoke Jaguar units, so be prepared to defend your newly acquired prize. And yeah, I'll note this is like a mission that's like, a little bit about speed, by the way, because if you basically go like slowly, then there's gonna be a bunch of like units that basically like mass inside this base. It's nothing like too severe, by the way, because it's basically gonna be like a bunch of Ullers, and at the doorstep will be like a few vultures. But speed is somewhat critical for this mission, and more or less it'll be critical in the first part of this mission down here, which would be interesting to show off. These guys are gonna be like their own force groups though, so put those guys there, put you guys here. Actually, you know what? Let's just switch these guys around. We'll put those guys like so. Alright, I'll cut the recording here, and I'll basically be right back. And, well, I'll note that at the start of this like mission we're hitting the ground running, so to speak. So, I'll be doing a whole lot basically to like, well, just get through the first part of the mission real fast, so to speak. Alright then, so, let's start it. So, I want to note that I've already had a crash. And I'll note this is, of course, like one of these missions, like, it has like problems basically being fully like screened like this, so you may not be able to get to see it in like the screen, but we'll see. Hopefully it will. Alright, setting you guys up, let's just get to it.
Commencing deployment. Mech warriors prepare for combat.
Get over here. Bunch of Von Luckers here, by the way, as well as LRM carriers. They're going to try and guard this, like, passage over here. The real threat comes over here, though. We got a bunch of Swiftling cars looking for us, and 5 Clan C Hunchbacks over here. Now, I'll note that the game likes to crash around here, so I'm being really careful with my guys here, so bear with me.
The enemy is engaging me.
This is Scarab. I am taking harassing fire.
Oh, that guy fell down.
Executing your order.
Alright, that's done.
Reporting building captured.
And yeah, I don't think you want us to try and capture this stuff because,
Executing your order.
you may use it against a Hunchback, so that's why these guys have jump jets.
Excellent,
Enemy
sir.
components
Reporting
captured.
building captured.
Alright, so here we go. Notice there are heavy walls as well, so very useful. There's our first like Swift and scout car coming for us. And these guys are starting to run at us because they know we're here now. On those salvage pods, we get some very nice clan weaponry from this stuff. So pulse lasers, LRMs, all very nice to have. I'm just gonna get these guys over here to harass the Hunchbacks as they get close to me.
Hunter here, attacking from position.
Here we go. Here's where LM's come into play. And I'll note these are all cancelled, basically they'll take some, damage from this stuff.
Another shot is all yours.
This is Hunter. Attacking from position.
There's that one. Did a little spin there. And blew up. Yeah, I can sit here all day basically waiting for these guys to, like, you know, do what they want to, so why not? And apparently Countess took a cockpit hit over here, which is not great, but oh well. Well, I have like a bunch of rounds, but you know.
Man, I can't see through the smoke.
Whatever.
Attacking from position.
Another shot is all yours.
Alright, that mech fell down. That guy's dead, by the way. That guy still looks pretty good. Yeah, these guys don't know what to do here, so, you know, we're just basically harassing him at range and we'll take him out this way.
The attack. Attacking from position.
Ah, that guy lost his, like, heavy ACs, so well. I kinda wanna basically take out his home if I can, so... Not primarily what I'm going after, but whatever. Well, it took home basically like a, you know, a stand range laser there, I guess.
Attacking from position. Attacking from position.
I lost his AC there.
Attacking from position. This is Hunter. Attacking from position. Attacking from position.
This should not be a problem.
Hunter here. Spare parts for everyone. This is Hunter. Attacking from position.
A bit more salvage, a heavy flamer. Not the most ideal thing for like salvaging stuff LRMs, but you know, for this like for early parts, it's easy to take these guys out this way, so why not? We'll let this guy take a couple shots at him.
This is Vixen, firing from here.
Jeep here. Enemy mech destroyed.
Didn't get that one, no. So well. I know that these guys like to hear just hang out over there, so we're just gonna leave them alone. Alright, so I'll note that up here on the map there's basically a city, there's some salvage to basically get, as well as like, you know, some guys to fight, so fun times ahead. There's also some fuel storage over here you can use if you want to, but you know, don't really need to.
Yes, sir. Excellent, sir.
Another shot is all yours. I have a new sensor here. Vixen here. The enemy has been engaged.
Beast here. That last salvo messed me up.
Oh, Beast took a hit.
Beast here. Another one bites the dust. I'm on it, sir. Man, I can't see the smoke. Uh-oh. New contact. Another one bites the dust.
I have a new sensor here.
I'm on it, sir.
Alright, so there we go.
Destroyed. Proceeding as ordered.
In here we basically have like, you know, some basic like, you know, Intersphere stuff, so
Building captured. This is counted.
nothing too special over here.
Enemy
Executing your
components
order.
captured.
Reporting building captured.
Enemy components
Reporting
captured.
building captured.
But nice enough to get it anyways.
Scarab here. We seem to have a new crate.
Whoop!
I'm on
You're
it.
being fired at.
Countess here. I'm taking heavy damage. Countess here. The enemy is engaging.
Hunter here. Got one. They're coming after me. I'm on it, sir. Scarab here. My ammo is depleted. This is
Oh,
Hunter.
he's out of LRM, so that's fine.
This is Hunter. I don't think these guys like me. You got it.
Some more up here.
Empty, sir. I'm out of ammo.
One less crawler.
Yeah, I don't really need to like the LRMs at this point so much, so I'm fine that I basically get depleted at this point, so whatever.
to me, sir.
Let's get this done.
Enemy components
This is
captured.
The other arms are just primarily used for, like, you know, those hunchbacks at the start, so
Sir, building captured.
some nice stuff there, some sensors, some pulse lasers. The Austin's pretty slow, much like the Aus is, so
You got
Enemy
it,
components captured.
Sir, building captured.
there we go. Alright, now, I'll note that up here is basically a bunch of, like, clans, clan mechs to deal with, so you'll basically see, like, a whole lot of, like, guys like this. And his camera drone will show off. The vulture's right there. So yeah, these are all O's in here, and he's got, like, you know, vultures to start here, so we're just gonna drop these on him. Just a little bit of damage basically to make, you know, wake him up a little bit there. Now how this part's gonna work is I want to basically draw the vultures away from, like, the base, if at all possible. And here we go.
Leave it to me, sir.
These guys are getting like close range while the other guys, like, you know, take the hits.
This is counting. I am out of ammo.
You got it.
Sir, that last shot injured me. This should not be a problem. This is Victor, reporting Mech destroyed. You got it, sir. This is Victor.
Well, we didn't get that vulture, but well, these guys can go after this one.
I am under attack.
Ooh!
I'm on it, sir.
Scary got ejected there, I guess.
Another shot is all yours. Reporting new contact. I am under attack.
Heads up, I've got a new contact.
This is Victor. The enemy has...
Yeah, he doesn't really chew you, probably not careful, so
This is Counter. Reporting weapon loss. Counter here. I've taken heavy damage. All weapons disabled. Counter here. I've taken heavy...
just flee for now.
This is the beat. I'm getting shot at. You got it.
Leave it to me, sir. Victim here. I am under attack.
Fair parts for everyone. I'm on it, sir.
Leave it to me, sir. My armor is coming apart.
Got it, sir. I'm on it, sir. Beat here. Scratch one enemy mech.
Alright, well, as long as I get one of these vultures, I'm quite happy because, you know, I'm going to show off what they're all about. So, there we go. We did lose Scarab, basically no mech over here, but, I guess everyone else is, you know, making out sort of fine. Ooh, Kansas has nothing left. Alright, well, there is a reason, of course, like, you know, I'm not, like, you know, having, like, these guys, like, you know, use clan weaponry, and there's, like, a good reason why. Now, I'll note that this point bar, just basically, as you can see, a bunch of others up here. I, again, want to try and draw these guys out, so... we'll just try and draw them out. And yeah, these have jump tests too, by the way, some of these guys too, so that's a thing.
Hunter here. Taking fire. Leave it to me, sir.
Stay away from these cans, of course.
I'm on it, sir.
Don't get too close.
The enemy has been engaged. This is Victim. Firing from here.
This is Hunter. I'm taking fire. Hunter here. I'm getting banged up in here. I'm getting shot at.
There we go. Take those guys out.
This is Hunter. Enemy mech destroyed. Sir, they're taking me apart.
I am under attack. Leave it to me, sir. Leave it to me, sir.
I need to kill off these cans turrets if I can, so let's get rid of them.
You got it, sir.
on it, sir.
If they want to play his chicken with me, I'm fine with it, right? So let him.
I'm taking fire. Leave it to me, sir. I am under attack.
I'm on it, sir. I'm on it, sir.
This is Vixen.
That was actually a good place to use like long range weapon because, you know,
Yes, sir.
they'll actually take less damage, like, you know,
Hunter, how
doing
you
it.
guys like me?
Vixen here. I am under attack.
This is Hunter. Taking fire.
Leave it to me, sir. I'm out of ammo.
I'm on it, sir. Yes, sir. I'm getting banged up in here. They're coming after me.
You can see like they're trying to like use me as base defenses here, of course. So
I'm on it, sir.
Enemy mech destroyed.
pick out that one.
Hunter here. I'm taking fire.
Really at this point, I need to take out these things. So
You got it, sir.
we'll start taking out the walls and taking them out.
Leave it to me, sir.
And I got like, you know, 3 more back here as well to go after too. So
Leave it to me, sir.
whoop, don't get too close.
The enemy has been engaged. Leave it to me, sir. Leave it to me, sir.
Those jump pads coming into use again.
Leave it to me, sir. This is Vixen. Fire
Go after this one now. I know I can't really capture these because like the others are basically in the way, so we have to take all the others out before we're going to take out everything else. That is a thing, unfortunately. There we go.
You got it, sir. Leave it to me, sir. Leave it to me, sir.
Take out that one.
Sir, this way is blocked. Leave it to me, sir.
That's done.
Sir, this way is blocked. Understood, sir.
Really, this is what you should be doing like as a start, so let's take out these base defenses as much as possible, so we'll do so. Oh!
Ejecting!
Well, that's one way of basically taking out like my awesome.
I'm on it, sir.
Yeah, they all have jump jets, these guys, so
Sir, I can't get through here.
you know, something I do have access to is this guy here, so he still has his jump jets.
Beast here, they're coming after me. I'm on it, sir. I don't think these guys like me. I am the hunter.
This is dangerous, but let's go for it.
Executing your orders. Found it, sir. I'm taking critical damage. objective.
Scratch one enemy mech. Beast here, they're coming after me. Got it, sir. Got it, sir. Sir, they're taking me apart.
Well, let's try and take these guys out over here, I guess.
Got it, sir. I'm getting shot at.
Hunter here. Sir, I can't get through here.
Yes, sir.
I am the hunter. I'm on it, sir.
This shuttle gets them on.
Let's go over here, I guess.
Hunter here. I'm taking fire.
I'm getting shot at.
Yes, sir.
That last cell will take me up.
I am the hunter.
Let's chase this guy in here.
Using armor everywhere.
This is Hunter. Sir, I can't get through here. Hunter here. Taking fire. Yes, sir.
This is the Beast. They're coming after me.
I'm on it, sir.
Got it, sir. Beast here. I've lost some weapons.
It's not the most ideal way of doing this, but whatever.
Mission failed.